Okay, so we're going to try it this way to see if this works a little bit better instead of you just watching me. That way you can see what worksheet we're doing and what we're on. Okay, so first we're going to look at number 1. It says circle the words that need capital letters. My favorite show is on Cartoon Network. So we're looking for a proper noun. It's the name of a television channel. So the name of the television channel will be Cartoon Network. So what 2 letters need to be underlined in Cartoon Network? You should be looking at the first. So strike those out and make the corrections to a capital C and a capital N. Which word means they are? So you're looking for a contraction here. Just like how we worked yesterday on contractions, you're putting 2 words together to make it keeps the meaning, but you're making a contraction with an apostrophe. So they are, we what? Which form of there would it be? 3, rewrite the sentences using an apostrophe. So an apostrophe is like you have up here in the middle in number 2. T-H-E-Y apostrophe R-E. So, what apostrophe do you want to use? The leash on the dog was too tight. So, you're going to look at ownership. Who are we talking about here? Whose leash was it? You should be able to say the dog's, with an apostrophe S, leash was too tight. So your sentence should have a capital letter. Dogs should have an apostrophe S. And its leash was too tight, period. The dog's leash was too tight. So rewrite that in your bottom 2 lines. And if you need help with spelling, look at your sentence. Your sentence right there is going to tell you how to spell everything correctly because you have different forms of to you could use. And tight has that ghost GH. You don't hear it, but you have to make sure you put it in there to spell it correctly. Number 4. Many plural nouns in an S or ES. Which noun does not fit this rule? Flowers, glasses, gooses. So here's a hint. One of those is not a word at all. So it's not the plural form. It's not asking you to add an S or ES. It's asking which is not the correct plural noun. Flowers, glasses, or gooses. Circle the adverb in the sentence. Number 5. Mom calmly told me to come inside. So what did Mom do? Mom told me to come inside. But how did she tell? So circle how she told me to come inside. 6. Write a word that has the same EA spelling pattern as in mean. So what word has the EA spelling pattern in mean? You could use bean as in green beans, beam as in a balanced beam, seam as in the seam of your clothes. So you're going to rewrite any of those words that I just said, or you can make up your own word, but it has to be a real word. You can create your own word and put it in the blank that has an EA spelling pattern. Okay, let's move to reading. The night before Christmas. It is Christmas Eve. Let me see if I can highlight. It is Christmas Eve. Santa comes tonight. Matt and Kayla are trimming the tree. Matt strings the popcorn and puts it on the tree. Kayla puts the candy canes on the tree. Mom and Dad help them put the ornaments and star on the tree. It's time for a book, Mom said. It's late and Santa will be here soon. Matt runs to his room to get his favorite book. "'Twas the night before Christmas," Mom read. Thump! A loud noise came from the roof. It startled the family, and they nearly jumped out of their seats. They look up. "Could it be?" said Matt. Kayla smiles. They all run to their beds just in case. What a night before Christmas. Okay, so after I read this aloud to you, I want you to pause the video, and I want you to silently read the passage to yourself. Once you're done, unpause the video and let's review the questions. Question 1. In this story, what does the word trimming mean? A, to cut. B, to light. C, to decorate. So let's go back up to our story. Let's find where it talks about trimming. It's going to be in our third sentence. Matt and Kayla are trimming the tree. So before this sentence, it says it's Christmas. Santa comes tonight. That doesn't give us any clues as to what trimming the tree means. Let's keep reading and see if we can find any clues about what trimming means in this sentence. It says Matt strings the popcorn and puts it on the tree. Kayla puts the candy canes on the tree. So does that give us some clues? It does. So if they're putting things on the tree, what are they doing? Is it A, to cut, B, to light, C, to decorate? Number 2, what is used to decorate the tree? Okay, let's scroll back up to our passage. It says Matt strings the popcorn and puts it on the tree. Kayla puts candy canes on the tree. So what did they use? A, popcorn ornaments and bows. B, popcorn, candy canes, ornaments, and a star. C, candy canes, ornaments, bows, and a star. So it has some more listed. Let's see if they talk about putting anything else on the tree. It says, then Mom and Dad put the ornaments and the star on the tree. So you have popcorn, candy canes, ornaments, and a star. So find A, B, or C. Which one lists all 4? 3. Who made the thump on the roof? A, the cable man. B, Matt and Kayla's dad. Or C, Santa? 4. What makes you think that? So why do you think that whoever made the thump on the roof, what makes us think that? A, it was late. Santa was going to be there soon. B, the cable man was fixing the cable. Or C, Matt and Kayla's dad went up on the roof. So you're going to scroll or look at your passage, and you're going to find evidence to support why we answered that. So they're reading a book, and then they hear a loud noise. Thump! A loud noise came from the roof. It startled the family, and they nearly jumped out of their seats. They look up. Could it be? Said Matt. Kayla smiles. They all run to their beds just in case. What a night before Christmas. So who are they waiting on? And what makes us think that whoever they're waiting on is them? 5. What is the best name for this story? A, How to Decorate a Tree. B, An Exciting Christmas Eve. Or C, The Perfect Gift. So think about what the story talked about and what would fit best. Does it mostly talk about A, how they're decorating a tree? B, is it an exciting Christmas Eve? Or C, does someone get a really good gift? Do they get the perfect gift? Next page. It says, answer the questions below using complete sentences. Highlight the part of the story where you found your answer when appropriate. Number 1, what is used to decorate the Christmas tree? So you can do 2 things. You can look at question number 2 and use it, or you can highlight exactly where it talks about what all they use to decorate the tree. So where I have it highlighted, look and highlight on your passage. You can summarize it in your answer. But a complete sentence would say, they used blank, 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 and blank to decorate the Christmas tree, period. And again, if you need any help spelling, right there in your sentence, just restate what your sentence says. Number 2, who do you think made the thump on the roof? Cite evidence from the story to explain your thinking. So who are they waiting on? So if it is the night before Christmas, like our story says right here in the title, it's not going to let me highlight it in the title, and then they hear a thump on the roof while they're reading and it's late at night, who do you think it could be? Number 3, what does the word startled mean in the story? Startled. So it says that thump, a loud noise came from the roof. It startled the family and they nearly jumped out of their seats. So if you nearly jump out of your seat because of a loud noise, what do you think startled means? You hear a loud noise and you jump. Are you nervous, scared, excited? How are they using startled in this story? 4, what clue does the author give to help you figure out what startled means? So back where we highlighted, it says, it startled the family and they nearly jumped out of their seats. So if they nearly jump out of your seats, that's a pretty good clue as to how we know what startled means. Let's look at our last page. You'll need your coloring box. Number 5, what does the word trimming mean in the story? So again, you can look back up here where it says Matt and Kayla are trimming the tree. So what's the whole family doing? They're what the tree? So you should write trimming means blank in the story. You can also use your multiple choice to help you answer. It's number 1, to cut, to light, or to decorate. What does it mean? Lastly, number 6, tell about the story's order of events. Color the stockings using the code below to retell the story. So the first event, blue. That's what comes first in the story. The second event, orange. What happens after the first event? The third event, next, would be yellow. Then the fourth event would be green. And lastly, the end of the story, number 5, would be red. So I'm going to read from left to right. A thump came from the roof. They all raced off to bed. The family was startled. Matt and Kayla decorate the tree. Matt ran to get his favorite book. So what happens first, second, third, and fourth? 1 blue, 2 orange, 3 yellow, 4 green, 5 red. Last question for your reading assignment. 7. To pretend the author asked you to come up with a new title for this story. What would your new title be? This is an opinion. There are no wrong answers. This is your title for this story. But in your title, you should have all capital letters for each word, except for a, but, the, and, to. And you should not use a period with this. Titles do not have periods. It's not a sentence, it's a title. Okay, last page of your packet. Math. Color half. So you have this triangle here and it's divided in half. It's divided in 2 parts. It wants you to color one part of the triangle. 2, you should be able to do by yourself. 3, if you have trouble with this, set up an array. Remember to draw 15 dots and mark 7 of them out. 4, 5 minus 5 equals blank minus 8. So what does 5 minus 5 equal? You should get 0 for 5 minus 5. You want both sides to be equal. So how can you make blank minus 8 equal 0 as well? Number 5, circle the object that can stack. So you have blocks and a ball. Can you stack balls on top of each other? Would that work? Or can you stack blocks on top of each other? Circle whichever one that you can build or stack. 6. Is a ladder less than 1 meter, about 1 meter, or more than 1 meter? You're thinking about units of measurement. How tall is a ladder compared to meters? 7, favorite pets. Look at your graph. It's a picture graph, and it has 3 birds, 5 fish, and 4 mice pictured. How many more votes for fish are there than mice? So you're going to subtract mice from fish, and whatever you're left with, that's your answer. How many more? There's going to be more fish than there are mice. So you're going to take away mice from fish. 8. What is the largest 3-digit number you can make with these numbers? 4, 9, and 0. So you are literally going to put these numbers in order from biggest to smallest to get the biggest 3-digit number you can possibly get. So look at your biggest number, your next biggest number, and then your smallest number, and put those in order to create the biggest number possible. If you have any questions, whether you're in bear group or cats group, I will answer them during our Zoom.